Aluminium is one of the most widely used metals in the world. Over 70 million tons of aluminum are produced annually to create everything from massive intercontinental aircraft and advanced electric vehicles to billions of soft drink cans worldwide. Meeting this massive demand requires processing millions of tons of red ore. But how red earth transforms into shining silver metal? Join me as we go behind the scenes of these massive production facilities to uncover the incredible journey of aluminum. It exists locked inside bauxite ore. These deposits are usually located surprisingly close to the surface, often just 1 to 10 meters beneath the soil and vegetation. Before mining can begin, bulldozers and excavators strip away the topsoil, slowly revealing enormous reddish-brown layers underneath. That distinctive color comes primarily from iron oxide, one of the many minerals naturally mixed into the ore. Despite being the world's primary aluminum source, bauxite itself is far from pure. Typically, only around 60% of its weight consists of aluminum-bearing minerals. The rest contains iron oxide, silica, titanium compounds, and various natural impurities. Once exposed, massive hydraulic excavators begin digging continuously, loading thousands of tons of ore into giant haul trucks. Because bauxite is relatively soft, many mines don't even require explosives, allowing mining operations to move faster and more efficiently. In some of the world's largest mines, production can reach tens of thousands of tons every single day. After extraction, the ore begins its journey toward processing facilities. In some locations, long conveyor belts carry the material for several kilometers. Elsewhere, specialized freight trains transport enormous quantities of ore. Entire railway systems exist solely to move bauxite. At unloading stations, the process is almost completely automated. Rail cars are tilted mechanically, and thousands of tons of ore are transferred onto conveyor systems within minutes. Yet much of the ore is exported directly overseas. At massive port facilities, conveyor belts continuously pour streams of red ore into waiting cargo ships. From there, the material travels across oceans toward refineries in industrial nations such as China. When bauxite finally reaches the refinery, its transformation is only beginning, because aluminum cannot be produced directly from raw ore. First, the ore must be converted into a pure white powder known as alumina. This material serves as the essential intermediate product. In fact, the typical ratio looks like this: 4 tons of bauxite become 2 tons of alumina, which ultimately produce 1 ton of aluminum. The refining process starts with screening and washing. Dust, clay, and unwanted debris are removed. The ore then enters enormous rotating mills. Inside, thousands of steel balls continuously collide with the material, grinding it into an extremely fine powder. Next comes the famous Bayer process. The powdered ore is mixed with a hot solution of caustic soda. Under intense heat and pressure, the aluminum-containing compounds dissolve, while many impurities remain behind. These unwanted materials separate into a waste product known as red mud. The aluminum-rich solution continues onward, eventually forming white crystals of aluminum hydroxide. Those crystals are then heated to extremely high temperatures, driving away all remaining moisture, leaving behind pure alumina, a brilliant white powder, the true raw material of aluminum production. Once produced, the alumina is transported to an aluminum smelter, and this is where the real magic begins. The white powder is fed into giant electrolytic cells containing molten cryolite. Cryolite performs a critical role. Without it, aluminum oxide would require temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Celsius with cryolite. The process can operate at roughly 950 degrees Celsius, making large-scale production possible. Yet even then, separating aluminum from oxygen requires immense power. Inside the cells, powerful electrical currents pass through carbon electrodes, breaking the chemical bonds holding aluminum oxide together. The oxygen rises upward, reacting with the carbon electrodes, and escaping as carbon dioxide gas. Meanwhile, the heavier molten aluminum slowly settles at the bottom of the cell. Producing just 1 ton of aluminum requires approximately 13,000 to 15,000 kilowatt-hours of electricity, making aluminum one of the most energy-intensive metals on Earth. After leaving the electrolytic cells, the molten aluminum is extracted using specialized vacuum systems. At this moment, the metal is still glowing, still liquid, and still carrying traces of unwanted impurities. The molten aluminum is transported to the casting facility, where engineers carefully prepare it for its final transformation. Inside large holding furnaces, the surface is skimmed continuously, removing oxide layers, slag, and other remaining contaminants. And for the very first time in the entire process, the bright silver metal we recognize as aluminum finally appears. Pure aluminum is useful, but many modern industries demand something stronger, something tougher, something engineered for specific tasks. So before casting begins, engineers carefully modify the metal's chemistry. Elements such as silicon, magnesium, and manganese are added in precise amounts, creating specialized aluminum alloys. Each alloy possesses unique properties. Some prioritize strength, others resist corrosion, and some are designed to remain lightweight while surviving extreme environments. From aircraft structures, to automobiles, to skyscrapers, different alloys serve different purposes. Nearby, the casting machines are already waiting, heated, prepared, and operating around the clock. Molten aluminum flows through specially designed channels, moving steadily toward the molds. Glowing streams of liquid metal pour into casting systems without interruption. As cooling begins, the transformation happens rapidly. The liquid slowly solidifies, becoming massive blocks of solid aluminum. Depending on the final application, the metal may be cast into large aluminum ingots, round billets, or enormous slab ingots used for sheet production. Some aluminum products leave the factory as ingots, but others continue onward, toward one of the most impressive stages in modern manufacturing, the rolling mill. Here, massive aluminum slabs weighing several tons are reheated, softening the metal for processing. Then begins a process involving extraordinary force. The glowing slabs pass through gigantic steel rollers, applying thousands of tons of pressure. With every pass, the aluminum becomes thinner, longer, and wider. Again, and again, and again. What started as a block measuring tens of centimeters thick gradually transforms into long sheets of metal, stretching for kilometers. Throughout the process, high-pressure water systems continuously clean the surface, removing oxides and imperfections, ensuring the finished product meets strict industrial standards. Finally, the aluminum strips reach the winding line. Here, powerful automated systems begin wrapping the metal around large steel cores. Layer after layer, meter after meter. The coils continue growing, larger, heavier, and more impressive, until some eventually weigh tens of tons. These giant aluminum coils are then prepared for shipment. The journey of aluminum is a story of engineering, energy, and human innovation. And this is just one of countless incredible journeys hidden behind the materials we use every day. Thank you for watching Chronicle Travels. I'll see you in the next journey.